Many thanks for staying with us. Now, the Junior Council program serves as a platform for learners, predominantly for grade 11 learners across various schools in the Commerce region, to actively contribute to local governance. This experience not only enriches their understanding of local governance, but also nurtures the next generation of leaders and decision makers, ensuring that the youth's voices are heard and valued in shaping the future of Windhoek as a capital city. They recently marked the 25th inauguration ceremony of the Junior Council on the 19th of July 2024. And joining us with more details are the Junior Mayor Ginel, Goagoseb, as well as Deputy Junior Mayor, that's Anchor Hoebeb, from the Junior Council. Gentlemen, a very good morning and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning, sir.
How are you guys doing this morning?
We're doing quite well. How are you doing, sir?
No, we're good, thank you. We're good, thank you. Just perhaps as a start to our interview this morning, perhaps we'll start with the Junior Mayor, Mr. Goagoseb. Perhaps you can just talk to us a bit about yourself. Tell us about who Ginel Goagoseb is, what school you're from, and of course, where you're from. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with the name. Ginel Goagoseb is my name. I'm a learner from Concordia College. I'm also a believer in Jesus Christ. I believe firmly in him. I'm also a debate enthusiast. I love debating. So this is like it comes as second nature to me. So I love these types of environments. I'm also an LRC at my school, head boy. So I'm always there with the leadership programs. I'm always there taking initiative, always trying to get the best out of my team, always try and contribute to the school, try and solve the problems that the learners themselves face. So that's what I do.
Fantastic stuff. Deputy Junior Mayor, tell us a bit about yourself here.
Hi, my name is Anchor Hoebeb from the Esteem Secondary School, Delta Secondary School, Windhoek. I'm a grade 11 scholar there, sir. And I am here today, as sir has already mentioned, I'm here to represent the City of Windhoek, the Junior Council, as well as my fellow youth, the Namibians.
Yes, sir. Fantastic stuff. Just to perhaps learn a bit more about yourselves, Mr. Goagoseb, you can talk to us a bit about how, you being head boy at Concordia and, of course, also being the deputy mayor, or junior mayor, of the Junior Council. How have these leadership roles, influenced your life and affected your life on a personal level? Yeah.
I feel with position comes a lot of responsibility, and it teaches you a lot, actually being within the act and actually learning on duty. It taught me a lot about time management, how important that is, because the moment you slack on that, that's the moment all of your duties catch up to you. Absolutely. And eventually they have to clash, and then you can't perform as well within each of them. So I've learned a lot from that in that aspect. I've also grown a lot in my leadership style. I've been a good leader throughout my primary years and also early high school years. But over the last 2 years, since I've joined the Junior Council, it has skyrocketed to immense new levels. And I just feel I've gained so much leadership qualities through that. I've also learned how communication is very important as a team, how to collectively come together and solve problems. So I feel I've learned a lot from those two positions.
Yeah. Where do you think those leadership qualities come from? They say leaders are born. Where do your leadership qualities come from? Is it something you inherited from your parents? Is it something you picked up? Yeah.
Definitely. My mother was a former leader. She went to Germany once as one of the LRCs at a school for excellent performance off the road. Yeah. So I feel, even though leaders are, as they say, leaders aren't born, I feel I was born as a leader. I feel it's what I naturally gravitate towards. Fantastic. And it's love of leadership that I possess. Yeah. And I feel through that I became a leader, not just with the interest of being a leader, but also just the fun of the position. Yeah. Like literally working with people and influencing people's lives differently, inspiring people through leadership. I feel that's how I grew to love it itself.
Especially young people.
Yep.
Mr. Hoebeb, what inspired you to get involved with the Junior Council?
For me personally, I was never a foreigner or a stranger to leadership positions. From my primary school days, from grade 7 being a prefect into high school, being the chairperson of the Bible studies or the treasurer of the History Society, or even the LRC of my school, sir. So when I ran for the position initially, I knew that it's going to take some sacrifices. Time management has to be key. I need to prioritize. And that Yeah, it all just depended from me, sir. What am I ready for? I had to ask myself, am I ready to take on this role? Am I ready to put all of this weight on my shoulder, excuse me? Yeah, and yeah.
Here you are today.
Yeah, man.
And of course, just recently you celebrated the 25th anniversary of the Junior Council, and you guys now head the Junior Council. Just talk to us about perhaps some of the issues. Perhaps we can start with you, Deputy Junior Mayor. Perhaps some of the pertinent issues that you identify as in Windhoek that need urgent tackling here. What would you pinpoint as some of the major challenges here?
Okay. So the purpose of the Junior Council is to solve problems initially. And we focus on a project-based system. We have 5 projects, a core project. Now the core project is special to each Junior Council for the time period that they serve.
Yes.
So my council and I, we have decided that a real issue that we face in Namibia is the dilapidated state of some of our municipal areas, some of our leisure areas, recreation areas, such as the parks. And therefore, we have came together and we have thought what we could do this year is that we could restore some of these areas, make them usable again, make them more eye-catching, you see. And the 4 other projects we focus on, this is what we're implementing as a group, is the HIV and AIDS project, where we'll try to help those that are unfortunate with HIV and AIDS. The cancerous project, we'll try to assist people who are cancerous. Yep. The elderly project, we'll try to help the elderly and thank them for their contribution to the nation they've helped us build. Absolutely. As well as our cleanup campaigns, where we try to strive and become a sustainable city by 2027, as our motto says.
Very much so.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic stuff. Quite interesting areas of focus that you guys are looking at, and certainly we wish you guys all the best in attaining those. Perhaps you'd like to add just to what the Deputy Junior Mayor has said as far as those challenges are concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel last time I was on here, we also identified some of the problems that the youth faces, things such as water scarcity is one that is a major problem right now. And I feel it goes hand in hand with the project we have done, like really showing care for the environment, because we see how the water scarcity exists because of our lack of keeping and conserving this environment. So I feel both of our initiatives actually go hand in hand to solve not just one problem, but a variety of them.
Very much so. Of course, the other issues that face the youth as well in the capital city are, of course, some of the social issues, issues of alcohol abuse, issues of drug abuse, whereas perhaps those who have finished high school are looking at major unemployment across the country. How do those issues speak to you as Junior Mayor?
To be honest, it's pretty disheartening to see youth, especially so young, be considered like an adult and actually go through the adult tragedies at such a young age. And it's really a proper initiative that we try and push as the Junior Council to build you up to a level where you don't have to go through that as much.
Yes.
Like there will be difficulties that you will encounter eventually, but I feel initiatives such as the Junior Council and other leadership forums actually do give you a higher status or a higher position or just higher influence. Yeah. It favors you within the outside world.
True.
So I feel that initiative in itself also helps the youth a lot.
Yeah.
I feel things such as alcohol abuse and all that comes down to decision making. I feel the youth have made poor decisions recently, and I feel those decisions need to be reconsidered by the youth, because we see that not just that, also school itself is also degrading. The grades itself are going down. So I feel youth need to rediscover themselves, rediscover their interest, what they initially wanted to do, and not just seek easy
satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
Absolutely. Deputy Junior Mayor Hoebeb, there's a strong feeling amongst the youth that there's no seat for them at the table, that they don't have any participation, so to say, be it in the democratic processes like elections, etc., or just in day-to-day decision-making processes. Of course, this Junior Council provides the opportunity, direct access towards the leaders. How do you, through your position, intend to involve the youth in these decision-making processes?
Yes, sir. See, it all starts from the community. It all starts from the home, sir. My responsibility is to collect information, to know what the people want, to know what the people need. And that's why I've started an initiative at my school known as the Junior Counselor Club. Now, this is going to be like a platform for the learners from my school to come forward and voice their opinions and let us know what they want, what they need, what they want to be restored in, such and such.
Very much so. Certainly wish you all the best indeed. Perhaps we can get the final word from our junior mayor here. Just a word of encouragement perhaps to the young people. We know it's also election year. Just what is your message, especially the young people, to show up at the polls here?
My message to the youth would be aim for the sky. The reason being because when you are on the floor and you aim for the sky, the bare minimum you will reach is the ceiling. But when you reach for the ceiling, you stay on the floor.
Yeah.
So always aim high. Do not limit your capabilities.
Yes.
Voting season is here. Let us get involved. As we know, majority of the Namibian people that will vote will be youth, younger youth. So it's very vital that they also go into the voting stage and actually put their vote to use. I feel we've lacked that. People also tend to not vote, which is very detrimental to the country itself. So I feel more youth participation within that aspect would be very welcome.
Yeah.
And lastly, just give it to God. God is everything. Philippians 4:13 also says that you will do everything through him who gives you strength. So put everything in God and just aim for the sky.
Very much. Your worships, thank you for being here this morning. Wish you all the best in your new roles, and certainly wish you all the best with your academic journey as well. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you have it. Those were the junior mayors. Firstly, Ginel Goagoseb, of course, seated in the middle. He hails from the Concordia College. He is the junior mayor of the Junior Council, of course, serving in that capacity, whereas he was joined as well by the deputy junior mayor, that's Anchor Hoebeb, who hails from the Delta Secondary School, of course, just outlining their objectives for the Junior Council under their reign. Of course, a number of issues they are looking at.